Hello everyone, this is Manoj Suryavanshi, currently working as an assistant professor in All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society's College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology, Shivaji Nagar, Pune. Subject Accommodation Operations 1, Subject Code C303, Chapter number 6, Methods of Payment. The objective of this content is to know what is traveler's check and the settlement of bills. 6.3 Traveler's check. As a front office person, we should know what exactly meant by traveler's check and how to accept that at the counter. In most cases, to accept a traveler's check, the customer must produce a passport. It is mandatory for all the people and all the guests, those who are going to submit the traveler's check at front office for the exchange of payment. So it is mandatory for them to show their passports. This will show the identity and the signature of the customer. It will ensure that traveler's check belongs to a particular guest, and it shows as an identity also. Plus there will be a signature of customer, so it will be a valid document to accept as a traveler's check for the exchange of payment at front office. So an authorized traveler's check in local currency is treated as cash. If it is in a foreign currency, then an exchange transaction must occur. Traveler's check is considered as a payment in local currency, and if it's a foreign currency, then exchange transaction will be happen as per the rates. Change is only given in local currency. The moment you go from one country to another country, so as per that country's currency, you will get the change. If let's say the person who is coming from USA to India, so as per the Indian local currency rates, the traveler's check will be accepted. So an authorized traveler's check is one which has been signed only once at issue. In otherwise, the space for counter signature is empty. So there's a proper provision which has been done on traveler's check. When we accept traveler's check, we can cross check the guest signature, that is customer signature, and one space is available for countersign as well. Issue the bill. As soon as you receive the traveler's check, you need to issue the bill to the guest. Accept the authorized traveler's check. Okay, do not accept any clone traveler's check or any duplicate traveler's check. Before accepting any kind of traveler's check, please cross check whether it's a duplicate one or original one with the proper company. Accept the identification, either a passport or an official ID card. If you really want to go in depth and you want to cross check everything with the customer or a guest, so please ask for the passport, check all the details of the passport and the issuing authority as a country for traveler's check as well. Plus you have to check guest identity card as well, whether he belongs to that country or not. So these documents can prove that the guest belongs to a particular country, and now you are in a position to accept the traveler's check. Ask the customer to countersign the check. Okay, unless and until he or she will not sign as a countersign, the traveler's check can't be accepted. Check the signature and photograph matches that on the identification document. When guest submits all the documents to the front office, it is the duty of front office attendant to verify the photographs and the signatures and all the documentation whether all are match or not. If something is missing, then you can take the help of your senior authority. It is advisable to write down the passport or ID number on the back of the traveler's check. It is always better for front office staff to keep a track of all the traveler's check which he or she has received in a day. So please inform the guest or the customer to please write down their passport number and the identity card number. It could be a PAN card or any other document which he or she is carrying as an identity, and that should be there on the back side of the traveler's check. Check the amount of the traveler's check and treat it as a cash. So if you are accepting a traveler's check as a cash as far as local currency is concerned, so you please verify how much cash you are accepting in the form of check, traveler's check. Then give the customer change or accept additional cash to meet the bill. As far as bill is concerned, if the bill says it's 50,000 rupees and traveler's check is of amount 60,000, so you have to return 10,000 rupees as per the exchange rate of a local currency to your guest. And if the bill is 50,000 and the traveler's check amount is 40,000, then you can take extra 10,000 from the guest. Place the check in the till drawer, and you have to keep all the documents properly. Okay, you have to preserve all the documents because it will go for audit process. So it is the duty of front office person to handle all the documents carefully. Now we are moving towards personal check. I believe that everyone is aware about personal check. Personal check is nothing but what, out of all the credit instruments, checks have been the highest percentage of risk involved. Every account holder of any one of the nationalized bank or any one of the bank get the personal check as per their transactions, and they can use that check as a credit instrument. So whenever you want to give any kind of payment, you can use your checkbook and you can give that check to your respective person, so he or she can go to the bank and can withdraw the amount. But it is of high risk. Sometimes guess that the check can bounce, or there is no sufficient fund in the guest account or the customer's account, but still he or she is issuing the check, so it's a kind of fraud. So before accepting personal check, please verify whether he or she is having the minimum balance in the accounts or not, because most hotels specify that checks are not accepted, but there may be situations when checks have got accepted. Most of the hotels have realized that the check get bounced, or there is no sufficient fund in the guest account, so we should not accept the check. Rather, we can accept cash or any other mode of payment. But some of the bank, as per the situation and as per the history of the guest and as per the transactions of the guest, if the guest look like real or genuine, so you can accept the check as well from him or her. Now we are moving towards demand draft. Demand draft is also one of the kind of mode of payment which can be accepted by the front office as per the policy of the hotel. A demand draft is a negotiable instrument similar to a bill of exchange. A bank issues a demand draft to a client, that is called drawer, and directing another bank, that is called drawee, or one of its own branches to pay a certain sum to the specified party. So if I am going to transfer the amount to somebody's account, so instead of transferring online, I can make the demand draft and I can give it to him or her, and he can go to his or her bank with the same branch and can deposit. If he is having the account on the another branch, so it may take 2 or 3 days to get the amount deposited in his account or her account. So this is called demand draft. For making the demand draft, you have to fill the demand draft slip or form in the bank. You have to write down the details like amount, then commission will be charged by the bank itself depending on the amount for demand draft. Then you have to write down all the details, to whom you're going to pay, okay, which branch, everything should be there on your demand draft slip, and then only amount will be getting transferred from your own account to next party or specified party. Now we are moving towards debit card. I believe that everyone is familiar with the word of debit card. Now everyone carry debit card for miscellaneous transactions and major transactions as well. Debit cards are embossed plastic cards with a magnetic stripe on the reverse side that authorize direct transfer of funds from a customer's bank account to the commercial organization's bank account for purchase of goods and services. So whenever you do any transactions or any services to any one of the area or location, and you have to do the payment for that services, then you can use your debit card. Debit card issue by various banks depending on your transaction and history of your account. There's a specific information has been given on debit card. You can see name of the bank, then logo of the bank, the number of the debit card, then it is valid from and to, and whether it's a Visa card or MasterCard. So debit card can be used to pay any kind of bills or any expenses, like to fill the petrol or to pay the amount of guest rooms, or to pay the bill of any restaurant, coffee shop in the hotel, right? So all these expenses can be easily managed with the help of debit card. These are similar to credit cards in that way, guarantee credit card's worthiness against which the hotel charges the bill. However, the payment is deducted directly and immediately from the guest's personal account and transferred to the hotel's account rather than being billed to the guest on a monthly basis. Debit card is a card, the moment you swipe that card on a swipe machine for any services and goods, at the same time that amount get deducted from your account and get credited to a specified party. As far as credit card is concerned, on monthly basis you get a bill of your credit card and then you have to pay that much of amount to the credit card account. Then only you can avail the facilities for next month. But debit card, unless you don't have enough fund or sufficient fund in your account, you cannot use your debit card. That is the policy. So debit cards continue to gain in popularity as the use of credit card becomes more costly to the guest, because on credit card if you don't pay on time, so interest will be charged, and that interest rate may also increase after a particular period of time. So debit cards are processed similarly to credit cards, and to process a debit card payment, the following procedure is utilized or should be used. Insert the debit card into the validation machine. It's a machine where all kinds of debit cards would be accepted. Have the guest enter his or her personal identification number. Once card is swiped, you can put your own password coded 4 digits number. Unless you will not enter those number, money will not be deducted. And please do not share that number or pin code to any one of the party or any one of the person. Process the debit card voucher as a cash payment on the guest folio, and you can use that debit card as a voucher as a cash payment, that you have directly paid the amount from your own account instead of paying that much of amount at the time of settlement of bill. So this was all about traveler's check, then debit card, credit card, and how to accept it. Now these are the references which I use for my PPTs. And these are the websites from where I have taken some pictures for my PPT. And finally, thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much.